So I wasn't planning on making a video about this, but there seems to be a bit of an issue, and I guess I don't even have to say much, but I'll just let you guys take a look. So if we do this. This is PC, by the way. So those of you guys that are on console, I'm sure you guys are like, yep, been there before. Like, you guys know exactly how I feel right now just looking at this, because I'm sure the moment this happened to you guys on console, I'm sure you guys had like a certain reaction, and then now it's just like, okay, I guess this is just what we have to go with now. So this is on PC. I'm a little shocked right now because I just wasn't expecting this. Like an hour ago, there was none on the market, but I think some people caught on and they're actually listing it. I don't know if these will get bought out, but I think I can see what's going on here. I don't know what exactly is going on, but someone's either trolling or trying to fix the market or both. And I guess let me explain exactly what's going on. So this is with credit pouches. So a couple other items, so greater dragon caches, these are at 50 mil. I checked these were at like 3 mil, like I don't know, maybe a month ago or something like that. So the duper, or the quote unquote person that happened to have like billions of flux, or I don't know what the case is, so, some rich person, we'll just put it that way, I think just straight up bought out everything from the market that's sus, if I had to guess. Not everything, but most things. So on PC, we had an issue with, there's like a lot of issues that we had, but it wasn't like a huge big deal or anything. It kind of was, but like it wasn't like a massive game changing type thing. So like these pins, for example, looks like they're dropping back down in price, but they reached around 45k ish for the unit price, and these things dropped so low at some point, and they kept on dropping and stuff like that. So I think these are just leftover pins that people are just throwing on the market right now just to get a quick sell, get some quick flux and stuff like that. I think this is wild, but yeah, so somebody was buying out this market, so these are maybe gonna go back up in price. And then I was looking at the seeds, these went up in price, but looks like they're going back down. I think there's just a ton of seeds going around, so somebody was buying these from the market, but there's just so many of these, like, that just got duped. But if we look at the other ones, like Pearl of Wisdom seed, there isn't that many on the market, so those are just, I guess, kind of gone, unless other people have more of those. And then for the Builderite ones, there isn't that many on the market, so it seems like whoever did this just straight up bought out like all these sus things off the market. But this is kind of weird because it can kind of go both ways. So like I kind of joked about this on stream, but like I talked about there being like an ethical cheater. So like, let's just say, I'm sure at some point you guys may have lost an item and the devs weren't able to give it back to you. Like, I don't know, say you accidentally deleted a crystal 5, the devs won't replace that for you because it's like an RNG item. I can't remember their exact reasoning, but they pretty much won't give it back to you. So I was just making a joke like, hey, if we had an ethical cheater, they could just give it to you, but that's extremely sus. But you know, something like that. So I guess with this, in this situation, they're just buying out the market of all these sus stuff, apart from, I guess, credit pouches. I don't know why that happened to be the case. Unless they really did buy out all that market, and then those people that sold them had a ton of flux, and they were the ones that bought out the credit pouches. But that's kind of the point I'm making. So this ethical cheater, or however you want to say it, buys out all this stuff, I guess in quotes fixes the market, but not really. Then all those people that listed all those things on the market now have a ton of flux. And this goes to like so many different things. So if we go to costumes, for example, like there isn't that many on the market now. Like all these costumes are just straight up gone, unless they have different names and stuff, but no more costumes. And the craziest thing of all, I guess not super crazy, but it is pretty crazy. So if we go to the dragons, these are all gone. And if you didn't know, there's golden dragon eggs, so you can get the full dragon that used to be on the market. When I first started playing, they were pretty cheap-ish. At the time, they were like 2 to 3 mil, depending on the dragon, upwards of like 10, 20 mil, things like that. But yeah, there's none on the market. I'm pretty sure, I believe it was this one. This one's on the market. Yeah, 50 mil. There was 3 of them. One of them, I guess, got bought out or taken down. But yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on exactly. So all these dragon eggs, the golden ones, are just straight up gone. So everything that got listed on the market, whoever was selling stuff, just got an insane amount of flux in the matter of, I guess, a day. I'm pretty sure this happened today because credit pouches weren't like this a day ago. I streamed yesterday, it wasn't this bad. So I just want to warn you guys on PC, I don't know if we're gonna get a server rollback. I don't know what's gonna happen. What the heck just happened to my game? That's that's interesting, but okay. But I still feel bad for you guys on console because it's like, at the moment things are sus on PC in terms of like the market, but like we have sus stuff, but not like to the extreme, I guess. Like, I don't know, I think you guys have like a ton of greater dragon caches on there, and then just other things for like time gated items and whatnot. Unless you're on Switch, I think Switch is fine if I'm not mistaken. Maybe other regions are fine on console. I'm not too sure. I just know console got affected pretty hard and the devs didn't really do anything about it. So I guess we'll see what happens on PC. They might just leave things as is. They might not even do anything. They might not even care, for all that I know. Or the craziest thing of all this, I mean, I feel like this could also be a possibility, but if a dev just went like, you know what, we're gonna clear out everything in the market, but they just bought everything. And by buying everything, they affected this and potentially other stuff. So I think in terms of like selling stuff for mastery, that might go up. Because like if we go to Gonda, for example, there isn't really that many Gondas. So I guess technically the prices for this got fixed. Because on PC, these dropped to like, it was less than 10 mil. Then it slowly went back up to 20 mil. Now it's at 29 and there's only 2. I don't know if it's like this for Lunaclipsy. I guess I can just check real quick. Okay, these are slowly going back up. I'm sure people still have tons and tons of these items. So once they find out, they're probably going to get listed on the market. I feel like a huge disaster is about to erupt on PC. I just don't know. So we can maybe expect a ban wave, but at the same time, I really don't know. I don't know what the devs really think about all this. I don't know if they're the masterminds behind all this, trying to get a reaction from us or something, just like a social experiment. And then one last little thing that I wanted to mention that's been kind of getting out of hand at this point, but if you go to like other chats, I don't know what this is like on console, but for PC at least, if you join other chats, like the amount of spamming for cheating and stuff like, or I guess not cheating, but like just selling stuff has been kind of going up a lot. So as you can see, this guy was spamming a ton, and then in other chats they're promoting like cheats and stuff like that. So I'm surprised Gamigo is even allowing that, and it's pretty bad because somebody can get scammed. I've seen a lot of people, I'm sure you guys have seen this before if you're on Discord. If you use Discord, you most likely have seen this before, where somebody says, hey, $10 Steam, just click this link or something like that, and it's like the people you don't expect just click that link, or I don't know how they even give up access to their Discord and then just like fall victim to that. But we don't want that to happen. So Gamigo, I don't think they're gonna watch my video. It doesn't really seem like I made it into the creator program. I heard a couple people already have, and shout outs to those people. They do deserve it, but it does suck that I didn't make it. I didn't get an email or any type of message, so I guess I can't show you guys early access or early footage to like new content and things like that, or just like extra cool trove surprises. But you know, what can you do? We just move on. We keep creating content, we keep creating guides, and we'll see what ends up happening with all this. Just wanted to inform you guys of what's going on, at least on PC. Hopefully you guys on console are holding on strong with the market and whatnot. But anyway, that's gonna be all for today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys later.